Welcome to A Safe Place with Ellen. Today, I would like to talk about maybe ways as a loved one, as a family member, that we can maybe learn to prevent maybe domestic violence in our own way, and also ways that we might be able to support the survivors of domestic violence. You know, we hear about domestic violence, we talk about domestic violence, and some of us have lived through survivors of it, and some of us still may be in it. And we wonder, what can we do to at least try to prevent this thing that is going through our community and hurting the people that we love? Well, one of the things that we can do is learn about domestic violence. The more we learn about domestic violence, the more we're going to be able to teach others about domestic violence, ways to prevent, ways to support. So I say what we have to do is learn. So we learn about healthy relationships versus unhealthy relationships. The more we know, the more we can teach, and the more we learn. So healthy relationships. Healthy relationships would be making good decisions together, doing things with one another, respect, good communication. Those are some of the pillars of a healthy relationship. So now that we've kind of talked a little bit about healthy relationships, unhealthy relationships. In unhealthy relationships, communication is one of the things. And so you're making decisions, and if you don't make the same decision or the decision that the controlling person wants you to make, then that's not a healthy relationship. You come together and make an appropriate relationship. Respect. Respect is giving another person an opportunity to present their idea, to present the things that they want to do. In an unhealthy relationship, the abuser or one person makes all of the decisions. You know, there's breakdown in communication. It's about power and control. Another thing that you can do to possibly prevent, and when I say prevent, remember, knowledge is power, and the more knowledge and the more information we get out there about domestic violence is going to give others the opportunity to know, those who are in those relationships that may not realize that that's what it is. You know, the more we get out there, the more we learn, and that we put out there, let's just say into the atmosphere for other people, then if there's one chance that someone picks up on something that we talk about, or that we learn here and that we take to the beauty shop or we take to the grocery store, if one person learns these things and it helps a victim of domestic violence, then we are preventing domestic violence. So being supportive. You know, if you know someone or a loved one is in an abusive relationship, then talk to them, support them. Don't make them feel guilty for staying in this relationship. You know, give them some ideas, help them with a safety plan. Let them know that you're there if and when they make a decision not to be in this relationship, that they have support. Because when they do get out of this relationship, then they're going to know all the things that you did to help them, and they're going to pass that on. You know, we're kind of breaking, we're breaking the circle. That's what we're doing. Another thing is staying in the conversation, meaning just keep the conversation going. We talk about ways to prevent domestic violence, ways to recognize it, symptoms, behaviors. The more we learn about those things, and that we just pass those on. If you see someone that you think may be in an abusive relationship, pull them to the side and just talk to them. We don't have to be blunt, but pull them to the side and start talking and figure out a way, because we're smart people, figure out a way just how to work that in. Very subtle. and just let them know that, that you're there. You're there if they need you. That's the kind of stuff. Just start the conversation. Also, with that is learning about resources and sharing those resources. We're a resource, and we are a big umbrella of resources, of counseling. We help with domestic violence in our shelter and also in our 4 outreach programs. We have national programs. There are all kinds of, we have some financial programs that also may help in certain situations women who are coming out of abusive relationships. So all you have to do is, call us and we can help you with those things. You can also get online, look up these resources, know these resources, because we never know when we're just going to be, again, sitting in the beauty shop, maybe at a grocery store, the post office, and that you see someone or someone even approaches you and wants to talk about the situation that they're in. The more knowledge we have, we can pass that knowledge on. And then we don't know how far that the knowledge that we're going to learn and that we pass on is going to go, and how many people that this is going to help, and how many people it's going to touch.